Listen up, Birds fans, because what we're witnessing right now is historic, and we need to talk about it immediately because Jalen Hurts is absolutely cooking, and he's firmly in the MVP conversation as we hit the bye week. And this isn't some participation trophy conversation. This is the real deal, folks. Our franchise quarterback is putting together one of the most complete seasons we've ever seen from an Eagles signal caller. And if you've been watching these games, you know what I'm talking about. The stats don't lie, and the tape doesn't lie, and right now, number one is playing at an elite level that has the entire NFL taking notice, and we're here for every single second of it. Let's break down what Jalen is doing right now because these numbers are absolutely insane, and they tell the story of a quarterback who has completely mastered this offense and is operating at the peak of his powers heading into the second half of the season. Hurts is currently 6th in the entire NFL in completion percentage, which shows you the accuracy and precision he's developed in his passing game. He's 6th in touchdown passes, which means he's finding the end zone through the air consistently and making defenses pay. He's 1st in interception ratio, which is absolutely massive because that shows the ball security and decision-making that separates good quarterbacks from great quarterbacks. He's tied for 3rd in touchdown ratio, which again demonstrates his efficiency in the red zone and his ability to capitalize on scoring opportunities. And get this, he's even 11th in passing yards, despite having just the 18th most pass attempts in the league, which means when Jalen drops back, he's making those throws count. And he's getting big chunks of yardage when the offense needs it most. But wait, there's more, because Jalen Hurts isn't just a pocket passer. He's a dual threat weapon who makes defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, and he's currently 7th in the entire league in rushing touchdowns, which means when the Eagles get down near the goal line and defenses have to respect the pass, Jalen is making them pay with his legs, and those quarterback sneaks and designed runs are absolute money in high-leverage situations. And that's the kind of versatility that makes him so dangerous and so difficult to game plan against, because you can't just focus on stopping one dimension of his game. You have to account for everything, and most defenses simply don't have the personnel or the scheme to contain what he brings to the table. Now let's put this in some historical context because this matters, and it shows you just how special this moment is for our franchise. The Philadelphia Eagles have never had a league MVP since the Associated Press began giving out the award way back in 1957, which is absolutely wild when you think about all the incredible players who have worn the midnight green over the decades. And we've come close several times with some legendary names finishing in the top 5 of the voting, but we've never gotten that trophy, and this year could finally be different. Jalen Hurts was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes in the 2022 balloting, which still stings a bit, if we're being honest. But he's back in the mix now and playing even better football than he did that season. And as we approach the halfway point of the 2025 season, he's genuinely playing some of the best football of his entire life, and it's happening at exactly the right time. Think about the company he's keeping in Eagles history when it comes to MVP voting, because these are some of the absolute legends of this franchise. Sonny Jurgensen finished 3rd in 1961. Pete Retzlaff was 4th in 1965. Ron Jaworski came in 4th in 1980. The legendary Randall Cunningham was runner-up to Boomer Esiason in 1988, and then runner-up again to Joe Montana in 1990, which shows you how dominant he was during that era. Seth Joyner finished 5th in 1991. Donovan McNabb was runner-up to Marshall Faulk in 2000. Carson Wentz was 3rd in 2017 before that devastating injury derailed what should have been his MVP season. And Saquon Barkley finished 3rd just last year before joining our squad and helping to elevate this offense to new heights. That's elite company, and Jalen Hurts deserves to have his name mentioned alongside every single one of those guys, and potentially ahead of them, if he can bring home the hardware. Now let's be real about the competition, because this year's MVP race is absolutely wide open 8 weeks into the season, and there are multiple legitimate candidates who could walk away with the trophy. And the article mentions that the field includes 8 quarterbacks, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and even an edge rusher, which shows you the depth of talent across the league right now. But here's the thing we need to remember, and this is crucial when evaluating Jalen's chances. The last 12 MVPs and 17 of the last 18 have been quarterbacks, with only Adrian Peterson breaking through back in 2012 as a running back, and the last MVP who wasn't a quarterback or running back was the legendary Lawrence Taylor, all the way back in 1986, which tells you that if you're an elite quarterback playing winning football for a contending team, you have the best shot at this award. And that's exactly what Jalen Hurts is right now, folks. He's an elite quarterback playing winning football for a legitimate Super Bowl contender, and the Eagles are rolling through opponents and sitting pretty in the NFC playoff picture. And that matters tremendously when voters are filling out their ballots, because this isn't just about individual stats. It's about winning and impact and leadership, and Jalen brings all of that and more every single Sunday. And the eye test backs up everything the numbers are telling us, because when you watch these games, you see a quarterback who is in complete control of the offense, making pre-snap adjustments, getting the ball out on time, taking care of the football, making big plays with his legs when the opportunity presents itself, and most importantly, putting his team in position to win football games. The offensive weapons around Jalen are absolutely loaded right now, and that's helping him maximize his efficiency. But make no mistake, this is his offense, and he's the one orchestrating everything and making it all work together. Having A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith on the outside gives him two legitimate number one receivers who can win one-on-one matchups and create separation. Dallas Goedert provides a reliable safety valve in the middle of the field, and Saquon Barkley in the backfield takes so much pressure off the passing game because defenses have to respect the run and commit bodies to stopping him, which opens up play action and those deep shots down the field that Jalen has been connecting on with increasing frequency. But at the end of the day, it's Jalen who has to make the reads, Jalen who has to deliver accurate throws under pressure, Jalen who has to protect the football and avoid turnovers, and Jalen who has to lead this team through adversity and tough moments. And he's doing all of that at an MVP level right now. The timing of the bye week is actually perfect for the Eagles because it gives Jalen and the rest of the team a chance to rest up and get healthy before the second half push. And it also gives the coaching staff time to evaluate what's working and what needs adjustment, and to prepare for the final 9 games of the regular season, which will ultimately determine playoff seeding and home field advantage. Coming out of the bye, the Eagles need to maintain this momentum and keep stacking wins, because every victory strengthens Jalen's MVP case and keeps the team on track for its championship goals. And if they can finish strong and secure the number 1 seed in the NFC, that would be huge for both the team's Super Bowl chances and for Jalen's individual award prospects. The narrative around Jalen Hurts has completely shifted over the past few seasons, and it's been incredible to watch his development from a second-round pick who battled for the starting job to a franchise quarterback who is now in the conversation for the league's highest individual honor. The doubters have been silenced, the critics have been proven wrong, and Jalen has answered every single question about his ability to be an elite passer and a winning quarterback at the highest level. He's invested in his mechanics, he's improved his accuracy and touch, he's developed better chemistry with his receivers, he's learned to read defenses more effectively, and he's maintained the dual threat capability that makes him such a unique weapon in this league. What makes this MVP push even more exciting is that Jalen still has room to grow and improve, which is a scary thought for the rest of the NFL, because if he's playing at this level, now imagine what he could be capable of in the coming years as he continues to refine his game and gain more experience in critical situations. The Eagles have their franchise quarterback locked in for the long term, and that stability at the most important position in sports gives this organization a legitimate championship window that could last for the next decade if everything breaks right, and the front office continues to surround him with talent and keep the roster competitive. So here's what we need to happen down the stretch if we want to see Jalen Hurts bring home that MVP trophy and make franchise history. First and most importantly, the Eagles need to keep winning, because nothing matters more than team success, and getting to double-digit wins and securing that top seed would be massive for his candidacy. Second, Jalen needs to maintain this efficiency and continue protecting the football, because that interception rate is his calling card right now and separates him from other candidates who might have gaudier volume stats but also more turnovers. Third, the Eagles' offense needs to keep humming and putting up points, because voters love seeing explosive offenses that score in bunches and make it look easy. And fourth, Jalen needs a few more signature moments down the stretch, some primetime performances or comeback victories that capture the nation's attention and cement his place as the front-runner. The bottom line is this, folks: we are watching something special unfold right now, and we need to appreciate it in real time. Because Eagles fans have waited 68 years for our first MVP, and Jalen Hurts might finally be the guy who breaks through and brings that hardware home to Philadelphia. The talent is there, the stats are there, the team success is there, and the narrative is there. Now it's just about finishing the job and putting together a complete second half of the season that leaves no doubt in anyone's mind that number one is the best player in the entire National Football League this year. This is our time. This is his time. And we're going to ride with Jalen Hurts every step of the way as he chases history and leads this team toward another Super Bowl run. Fly, Eagles, fly, and let's go get this MVP trophy. If you're as hyped as we are about Jalen Hurts' MVP campaign, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the Birds, and drop a like on this video to show your support for our franchise quarterback. Now here's the question for you in the comments. Do you think Jalen Hurts will win the MVP this season? Option A: yes, he's going to bring it home. Option B: no, but he'll finish top 3 again. Let us know what you think down below.